Well, hello, Andrea. Hit your button to, there you are. You're on video. You're live. Welcome to the webinar today.
Thank you.
All right. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of molecular hydrogen infused water. How exciting is that?
Yeah, that's a great phrase. Hydrogen infused water.
That's right. Molecular hydrogen infused water. And it's also, the other thing is that it's highly oxygenated as well.
That's great.
Yeah, oxygen that's good for you, isn't it?
I think it is.
Right?
Or, you have those people that go sit at kiosk bars and get extra oxygen all the time.
That's right. They have the oxygen bars that people go to. Yeah. Very cool, huh?
So we get a double whammy, hydrogen and oxygen.
So we're live. We're on the air. We're live right now. Hey, folks. If you just joined us, give us the thumbs up. Give us a smiley face. We're happy to be here every Tuesday, noon Eastern time. My name is Dr. Kurt Fisnick. We've got Andrea McKinney on the call with us today. And all of you.
Yes. So this is a pretty hot topic right now.
It really is.
Water.
Yeah, let me stop this share here on this picture so we go full screen. All right, well, welcome to the call.
I'm guessing that, some people don't even understand what hydrogen water is.
That's right.
Like, what is it and how do we... They went out seeking hydrogen water.
Your video is a little scratchy there. Check and see if you have any other programs running on the side.
No, I don't think I do. I'll turn my phone off from Wi-Fi though.
Yeah, maybe that's what's doing it.
That might help. There.
That's right. Because last week, we had to shut your video off because it got so bad. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the benefits of the hydrogen water. Do you know that for years, people have been going and enjoying hydrogen water? They've been laying like in the hot baths over in Europe, over in India.
Is that what it produces?
In Mexico, yeah. You get all this water bubbling up from deep within the earth, and it produces that hydrogen in the water, and the hydrogen stays in there, and they've been laying it for years, and so these doctors went over there and they actually found that that's what makes that water beneficial.
Really? That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so they just dip themselves in it and they get the benefits.
That's right. They lay in it and they're breathing it in. They're breathing in as the hydrogen and the oxygen floats out of the water. And they say that what creates it is that you've got the heat from the buildup of the core of the earth, the volcanic core of the earth, whatever you want to call it. And then it bubbles the water up and the water rolls down these rocks and it creates that hydrogen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The other place that hydrogen water, where they find that you're breathing in hydrogen gas, is as the water's crashing on the oceans and it's crashing up on the shore, right? It splits the hydrogen and oxygen, and you get to breathe in that fresh hydrogen. So you ever found that you go to the ocean and you just go, yeah, I feel better. I don't know why.
Yeah, I used to live along the ocean, and I'd go down there and you feel better. But I didn't know it was because of that. I thought, you always hear about, you get negative ions from the ocean. But I didn't understand that that's what was going on. That's amazing.
That's part of it. Yeah, and then, of course, you're getting more vitamin D. You're getting the sunshine, all of that, too, at the exact same time. But isn't that cool?
Very cool.
And chances are you're walking barefoot in the sand, and so you're getting the electromagnetic energy from the Earth's core as well.
Right? Getting grounded, right?
All those things.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just thought I'd share that little bit of a tidbit, a little Cliff Clavin moment there.
We like your tidbits.
Right? Little Cliff Clavin. You know who Cliff Clavin is.
No, I don't.
From Cheers?
Oh, okay, Cliff. Yes, Cliff.
Yeah, he seemed to know a little bit about everything, right? And he had to throw that stuff out there. So anyhow, we were going to talk a little bit about hydrogen water and what the benefits are. And I know you had downloaded like a ton of research, and you were sending me over so many emails this morning with all this research. I was looking at it going, I think, Andrew, you want me to read all those articles in the next half hour? Holy cow.
No, I'm just getting organized, and I thought you might want to be too.
Not in half an hour.
I know, but you know what? Sometimes you tell me the topic of the call like 5 minutes before we do it. So.
That's how I am. I mean, like last night when you asked me at 6 o'clock at night, what's the topic tomorrow morning? I don't know. I haven't even thought about it yet.
No, you're just always winging it.
Right? Just boom, I come up with the topic as I'm turning my computer on.
Right.
So let's talk about hydrogen water. Yesterday my son, he's 29 years old. On Sunday, he and I had lunch, and I sent him home with a package of the hydrogen water sticks. And he normally he drinks probably a pot of coffee in the morning just to get going. And he texted me yesterday and he said, Dad, he said, holy cow, that product is amazing. I got more energy, and I only had to drink 1 cup of coffee. I didn't get the jitters from it.
Right? And think of all the great things it's doing inside your body besides giving you some energy.
Starts giving you energy. And so, one of the articles that you sent me, it talked about energy. So where does this hydrogen come from compared to, why all of a sudden hydrogen water? Why do we have hydrogen infused water? Why
Right.
is it like all of a sudden, here we are?
Right. Why do we have it all of a sudden?
Well, I'm asking you.
Oh, there you go. Wheels on the bus.
They go round and around, right?
Around and around. Well, we have released a product called H2 Sticks. And let me get it right now. I can get you some. I failed to do that.
Yeah, you just made some. While she's doing that, I'm just gonna say this is that okay. So we talked about the fact that for hundreds of years, people have been laying in these hydrogen baths. They've been going to the ocean. They've been enjoying the benefits of hydrogen water without even knowing that's what they enjoy the benefits. There's the product. Andrea has it right there. But so why all of a sudden the excitement in this? And so a couple of companies about 30 years ago, they developed these devices. You hook them up to your water faucet, and you make hydrogen water. It makes a weak form of hydrogen, like Andrew and I were talking about this morning. At the very best, 1.5 parts per million.
Right. Yeah.
So that's 1.5 parts of diatomic hydrogen for every million molecules of water. Think about that. That'd be like you it'd be like you and 2 of your friends going to Minneapolis and hanging out. That's the significance. The 3 of you in the whole entire metro area of Minneapolis.
Right.
That's,
think of it in money, 1.5 cents compared to $100.
1.5 cents compared to $100. That's some buying power, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So Sizzle came out with a product just recently here in December that is 15 parts per million. And how simple is it to use?
You take this, open it, put it in your water, which I've already done, and you let it sit. I was doing it 10 minutes, but I find a lot more hydrogen is in there after 15 minutes. So this is sealed. There's no air getting in this, and it's separating oxygen from hydrogen, building hydrogen, and then infusing it in the water.
I have that exact same bottle, and I don't know where I got that, but
I don't know where you got it either.
But I have that exact same bottle, and when I use it, when I take the straw and I push it through that little hinged lid on top,
yeah,
there's pressure pushing back. I have to sometimes push down
really hard, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mixed this up and I set my timer for 15, so we'll do it live today and show. how hard I have to push to get that straw in there. I kind of keep my head back in case I let go and that straw goes popping out like a champagne cork.
Well, it's hydrogen. You don't want it to explode.
No. I mean, the straw, it has pressure there.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, so the straw comes shooting out like a rocket ship.
Right.
And it might knock your eye out, kid.
Right. You got to be careful there.
Just like the Christmas story, right? But, did you know that if you eat food with fiber, the beneficial bacteria in your gut actually digest and ferment that fiber and produce hydrogen?
No.
Yeah. During the day.
Have you on the call.
That's right. And I learned that from one of the articles you sent me this morning, by the way.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah, you have all those articles. Did you read them?
I didn't read them all.
Right. So the beneficial bacteria, as they're digesting the fiber, they produce hydrogen gas that's given off inside your own gut. And they say that if you're eating fiber, it can produce 2.5 gallons of hydrogen a day.
What? That's why we need our fiber. That's
one of the reasons you need your fiber, right? And so that's why they were really able to go from let's experiment, let's explore some of these things with hydrogen and water, and let's just go right into human studies. We didn't have to spend years treating the little tiny mice and rats and monkeys and rabbits
because it's the element of life inside us, basically.
We've been exposed to it for millions of years.
Yeah.
It's part of our evolution. We've grown to have this symbiotic relationship with bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
So all we're doing is we're producing a product that you dump that stick in that Andrea demonstrated, and you put that into the water. It splits the hydrogen and oxygen, and what it does, it infuses it into the water. The hydrogen and oxygen gases, they're suspended in the water.
Yeah, and we could talk about the ingredients of this. It's got a really good blend of high quality magnesium, vitamin C, and it's sweetened with stevia. So it's good for diabetics, good for keto people. I mean, anyone can drink it. And it tastes great. I love it.
It does taste good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I was a little surprised at first when I opened my first package up. I'm thinking,
Right? No,
right?
It's really good. I'm drinking it all day.
Typically, that's what I do is I open up something new and I don't know. Right? Have you in the audience, have you ever thought the same thing? Have you ever opened up something and you go, I don't know if I'm going to like this?
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out that you like it. Comment below and tell us how you like it. It really does taste good. And Andrew, I started mixing it with my fire and iced tea. I started mixing it with my Ripped.
I was thinking about doing that or making coffee with it. But hey, look, it's time. The time has been 15 minutes.
Oh, watch that.
I have to really push this.
Shh. Did you see that? Now pop it in there again. Show people how easy it goes in once you've popped it in there. You see that? You see how she released the hydrogen pressure the first time, and now all of a sudden it's easy to put that straw in it because you released the initial hydrogen gas, and now you want to drink it up. So hydrogen gas, it's beneficial, it's safe, it's part of evolution. It's not something where people have to go, can I take this with my medication?
Right.
Can you eat celery with your medication?
Right.
Right? That's how simple it is.
Yeah, there's the safety there is no problems with safety on this at all.
Right.
You drink as much hydrogen water as you want to.
Can you smoke a cigarette and drink it at the same time?
Well, you can try. But
well, I'm just thinking, hydrogen, boom.
I don't know. That might be a way to curtail the smokers from smoking.
Right? Could you light your water on fire?
I don't think so. You want to try it?
But these are questions that people ask me, and as silly as it sounds, it's a question that people have, and so I'm just kind of making fun and answering the question at the same time. No, you won't explode.
That's good.
You won't explode. And Andrea, if I take and I mix it up and I drink it right away, and I don't give it time for the hydrogen to form in the bottle,
Yeah.
Will the hydrogen form in my stomach? If I drink more water, will it?
Hey, it may, but I don't think it's not infused in the water that way. I don't know. What's the answer?
If you have an empty stomach and you drink and then you drink the powder, if I just pour that little thing in my mouth, can I make the hydrogen in my
I
stomach?
think you want to pour this in your mouth.
Well, you just said it's vitamin C, it's magnesium.
It is.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe if you encapsulate it.
I don't know.
It would get stuck on your tongue.
Huh? Right?
It would get stuck on your tongue.
And then your mouth go.
Right.
You could light it.
Fire shooter.
Right? A new trick, the new sizzle trick. No, you know, folks, I'm telling you that I'm making fun because I'm trying to get it so that you take a real product that's got some real science behind it, and you kind of start joking around a little bit, and all of a sudden it's easier to share, right? Because you can say those things to people, and all of a sudden they let their wall down a little bit and they listen. Mm-hmm. Right? Are you listening a little more now that I've kind of gotten you smiling, you're laughing?
I'm always listening to you, Doc.
Right. So, you know, Mercola, Dr. Mercola, you know who Dr. Joe Mercola is, right?
Yeah, he's all over the internet.
Everybody loves Dr. Mercola's things. I mean, and so he interviewed Dr. Tyler LeBaron.
He's the specialist.
From the molecularhydrogenfoundation.org. It's a nonprofit group that's been studying molecular hydrogen. And so I met Tyler LeBaron a number of years ago out in Utah. And Tyler said that him and a lot of other scientists, they were looking at the phenomenon of these alkalizing water machines. Uh-huh. Because everybody that was drinking that alkalizing water, they said, oh, it's so good for you. It got rid of this. It got rid of that. And Dr. LeBaron said that there's just no way possible that it just was false science. Because if I take alkalizing water and I drink it, my stomach acid, well, it's acid, right? It's a strong acid. If I eat a nail, it'll dissolve the nail by tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Kids, don't do that. But if you do that, it'll dissolve it, right? So if I'm drinking alkalizing water, mm-hmm, and it goes down into my stomach, what does the acid in my stomach do to it?
It makes it acidic.
It neutralizes it, right? Acid and alkaline neutralize each other. So it didn't make any sense. You can't tell me that's going to make any sense. So I used to have fun. I'd go to these conventions, these medical conventions where they were selling the alkalizing water machine, and I'd go over there with a straw. And I'd say, "Give me a glass of water," and I'd blow in it because your breath also has your air coming out of your lungs is acidic, right? Okay. So I'd blow into their water, and I'd say, "Now test the pH," and it was neutral. Mm-hmm. And I'd say, so you tell me, is it really doing anything?
And how much are those machines?
I saw, there's some of them that sell for like 10 grand.
Really? I know people who have them and they paid $5,000.
Right? $5,000. Right? For something that I can disprove your science with a straw.
Right. How about that? So they do get health benefits. So what are they getting the health benefit from?
So this is where Tyler LeBaron said that it came from then, is the scientists all started to investigate it because there was just way too many claims coming out. Mm-hmm. People with all sorts of stage 4 disorders and chronic health conditions, and they were getting better. And so the scientists were saying, there's got to be something here.
Right.
And so they started studying it, and what they found is that those machines produced a weak hydrogen gas that was suspended in the water.
Weak hydrogen gas.
Weak. Like
and
0.5.
We're getting results like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, like 0.5 parts per million.
So, and look at what we're getting.
15. 15 all the way up to 25 or 30.
So you're getting like 30 times the amount of those machines in this. 30
Great.
times. I mean, I can't imagine, you know, the changes that we're all going to experience in our health and after 90 days.
That's right.
You know, with that.
And what does it cost you per day? If you were just a consumer buying that product, what does it cost you per day to drink the hydrogen water?
Like $1.02.
$1.
And you can do half. I mean, if you want to, you could do a half pack in 8 to 10 ounces.
Right.
Whole pack in something this size.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what if you mixed it in a bigger pack of water? Does it matter?
You're still going to get the same parts per million, aren't you?
Well, you're not going to get as concentrated because you got a bigger bag of water, right?
Okay.
But it's still gonna give you just as much hydrogen.
Yeah, you're getting 30 times what those machines produce. I mean,
and how convenient is it? You know, is it more convenient for me to haul my machine around?
No, not really.
Or haul those packs around? I'm telling you, you know. So hydrogen water is safe. It's been scientifically proven. Mercola said there's over 1,000 publications now.
Wow, that's
over 1,000. And it said, and he goes on to say, it benefits every single organ in your body.
Look at that. I mean,
every single organ.
Like the miracle, right?
Yeah. And some people say to me, well, does it alter your pH? No. It doesn't alter your pH. You know why? Because diatomic hydrogen is neutral. It's neutral. There you go. Yeah, neutral. But
the other cool thing about this that we learned is it crosses the blood-brain barrier and goes right into the nuclei of cells. It's so tiny. It goes through everything. So if I let this sit here long enough, it'll go right through my glass. It's that tiny.
Could you see it?
Like the element, no. It's like the element of life, right?
That's right.
I mean, it's everywhere and it goes right through everything.
That's
so
right.
you drink this within about 10 minutes.
Yeah, try and drink it within 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Get all the benefits that you possibly can from it, right? But I've let it sit for a while. People say, well, what happens if you let it sit? Well, I mean, you lose some of the effectiveness. You're going to lose a lot of the hydrogen if you don't drink it in 10 to 15 minutes, like Andrea said.
Right.
Did you know that hydrogen has a potential energy more than gasoline? It's 3 times more potential energy than gasoline.
Wow. That's
right?
pretty big.
That's a lot. And that tells us, you know, why are we trying to develop hydrogen-based automobiles?
Right. So we can go further longer.
Well, because you know, water's everywhere, right? I got to pour my coffee. Water's everywhere, and it has more energy.
How about that?
That's pretty cool. So what about radiation? We were talking about radiation this morning.
Yeah, you know, like we're getting radiated from everywhere. I was telling you, I'm not too worried about the 5Gs because when I turn my Wi-Fi on, there's about 7 people with 2Gs around me. So I'm getting 14 Gs. You know, I'm getting like blasted with pretty much dirty energy all day long just in my home.
You won't need a flashlight at night.
Right. I'll glow.
Yeah. So in your body, what does that do? When you get exposed to radiation, what does it do to your body?
Well, it starts decay and degeneration. It like breaks down cells in your body.
Yeah, and it creates free radicals.
Right, right.
Yeah, and radiation, it creates these hydroxyl group free radicals that we were talking about.
Yeah, and you know, what are free radicals? They're like elements in your body connected, but they're not complete. So they're trying to steal things from your healthy cells to make themselves complete, right?
Well, isn't that good though?
Well, no, you don't want your healthy cells to be missing any parts.
That's right. Because like you said, the free radicals are stealing, and that's not sharing. Stealing and sharing aren't the same.
That's right.
Right? Stealing and sharing aren't the same. And so they found that hydrogen water, molecular hydrogen infused water, is actually more effective as an antioxidant than glutathione or vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
And we've
Yeah.
all heard about the benefits of glutathione.
Right. And they only do so much.
Yeah.
Like you
So
got all those levels to break down in those free radicals. So
yeah, so I was just reading up on it. You know, it helps out with neutralizing the free radicals. It helps out with the cellular longevity. It affects the expression of the genetics of the cell. And they found that when you take, they did a study, one of the studies that you sent over to me, they took mice and they exposed these mice to a lethal dose of radiation.
yeah.
Lethal, mean it kills them. And so they did an LD50, which is a lethal dose. It kills at least 50% of the mice. That's what LD50 stands for. Kills at least 50%. And they gave them molecular hydrogen water, and they found that it made a significant difference. It reduced the LD50.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So do you have to drink it?
No, you could rub it on your body.
Right? Or you could soak in it?
I did that the other night.
You did? How many packs did you have to use?
Well, I didn't soak in it. I rubbed it on my body. Like I took a shower and I went, oh, wait a minute. They were saying you could rub that on your body. And I happened to have about this much left. And so I grabbed it and I just, rubbed it up and down my arms and legs and stomach and back.
So did you turn into the bionic woman or anything like that?
I did. You wouldn't believe what I did.
Right? Your eyes started going, and you could see 6 miles away?
No.
Did you remember watching that show? It was always funny, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And the $6 Million Man, and they'd always slow him running in slow motion because he really couldn't run that fast.
Right.
Right? That was funny. It was a good show. That's aging me. But, they show that you can inhale hydrogen, you can drink it, you can bathe in it. Did you know you can actually take and you can put it into saline solution and you can put it in your eyes?
Really? Is that what you figured out? Because last time we talked about it, we were just going to put it in the eye.
Yeah, so you take and you get your eye drops, and so you take your bottle of hydrogen water that you have there that you're drinking out of, take an eyedropper, take a couple drops of that, put it into your saline solution, put it in your eye.
I just do it like this, really. I wouldn't be afraid of this. But, however you want to do it.
I'm going to put it in my eye.
Yeah, I should do it right now.
I'm gonna have that bionic eye that I can look and go, oh, there's a deer.
just do one.
Yeah, so you can.
Yeah, it'll help with your aim.
One eye.
Yeah, one eye.
That's right. Yeah, because I shoot left-handed. Well, sometimes I shoot right-handed.
You can't make up your mind.
I'm ambidextrous that way. So I'm just kind of reading my notes that. So when it comes to traumatic brain injury.
Yes, football players.
Right. I was just watching on the news last night. They found that traumatic brain injury in children is really, it's a major problem.
I would imagine because they fall a lot. Like I have a child that's hit the back of her head so hard so many times. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get her some of this.
Yeah, they're saying that what it does is that it reverses the edema. So it gets rid of the inflammation. They found that within 4 hours, it reversed the edema by half.
Wow.
50% reduction.
It's good for inflammation, right?
That's cool, isn't it? And then you've heard of tau, T-A-U, the tau that you get when you're developing Alzheimer's and dementia.
Mm-hmm.
So they found that molecular hydrogen water blocked the expression of this tau protein.
So it's great for the brain.
Great for the brain. And so it increased all these beneficial cytokines that help to kind of eat up, like Pac-Man. They go in there and they eat up all the bad cells that are being generated. They create a phenomenon where ATP binds to the cells, ATP being the energy, right? It's like the hydrogen fuel to your body, the molecular fuel for your body. In Alzheimer's, have you ever heard of anybody getting their genetics tested? Have you ever had that done?
No, I haven't.
You haven't had it done? Because you're afraid that they're going to sell your genetics to somebody.
Well, right, because I'm an alien.
You shouldn't announce that. People know that now. But so they found that this APOE4 genotype, that's the genotype that makes you highly susceptible to Alzheimer's.
Oh.
So when you're looking at genetics, when they do genetic testing, here's what they're doing is they're looking at the genes that come from this side and they're looking at the genes that come from this side, mom's side, dad's side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the reaction of the two, how they bind together, that's the expression that you have. And they found that if you inherit an APOE4 gene from your mom, that means that you're at a certain risk factor for developing Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. And if you develop one from your dad, you're at a certain risk factor. But if you get a gene from both of them at the same time, mm-hmm. it increases your risk like tremendously.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would imagine it would.
So they found that if you give molecular hydrogen water to people that have that genotype, mm-hmm. that it's significantly therapeutic for helping to prevent that disease.
That's fabulous.
Dr. Mercola, he interviewed this Dr. Dale Bredesen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Bredesen. And Dr. Bredesen said, it's the end of Alzheimer's.
Really? That's awesome.
You didn't read these studies that you sent me, did you?
Yeah, I did, like 3 weeks ago when we did it before, maybe a month ago we did it. Yeah. Right.
I'm just teasing. Don't worry. But yeah, so, I mean, we can't say that. We can't say that. But he did. I don't know.
Yeah, we can share research all day long.
Right. And I can say, hey, this crazy Dr. Bredesen, this is what he said.
Right.
Who knows if he knows what he's talking about?
But we're going to benefit from it.
He might have just got out of the insane asylum. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
He might just be a make-believe doctor.
Because I think the history of understanding hydrogen is like a long time. They've understood this for what, 200 years or something.
Right.
That hydrogen is really good for you.
Well, I don't know if they've really understood it that much, because if you go back to 1975, I just was reading a study last week. They did a study, or they reported on a study that in 1975, they found that molecular hydrogen water, when you gave it to mice that had melanoma, it would reverse the melanoma.
Oh.
But up until, so you'd think that would open the eyes of a lot of people, that a lot of scientists would be going, what's going on?
Right.
But it took until 2007.
Yeah.
There was only 50 research articles that were published before 2007.
Really? And now we have 1,000.
Now there's over 1,000.
That's awesome. So, hey, we got the goods.
Right. We're right on top of it. You know, and Andrea, we're doing it the right way. Who can't afford $1 a day?
Right. Or 50 cents. I mean.
Or free.
Or free. Yes, there are ways to get it free.
I like it free.
I do too.
Free is good. And
all the time.
I get paid to drink water.
That's a good way to put it.
I like it.
Rundown, good for the brain. Great for lungs. I sent 3 research articles on lungs. Talked about COPD and smoker's lung, how it benefits that. Great for inflammation. What else was in there? Oh, obesity, great for that.
Energy.
And just trying, balancing your cholesterol, taking down the bad, raising the good. Just all kinds of things are in there. Dental, you can swish this in your mouth and improve your dental hygiene because it takes care of the bacteria in your mouth that causes plaque.
Really?
I read that one.
That's pretty cool. And it supports anti-aging.
Yes, absolutely, because free radicals cause aging, decay, degeneration.
Slows that whole degenerative process down. And holy cow, I mean, Andrea, I'm just, every time I read up on this, it just blows me away at all the benefits of this. And it's so easy to share.
Right.
And
Great for another one that's really important, I think, because a lot of people suffer from this, is rheumatoid arthritis.
really, rheumatoid arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that one.
Well, it takes out the inflammation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it reverses the genetic expression that triggers it in the first place.
That's cool.
Hey,
So,
folks, if you're listening to this broadcast right now, give us a thumbs up. Jot in the notes, just say, thanks, Andrea. Thanks for being here every week.
Thanks, Kurt. Thank you for being here every week.
I appreciate it. Well, I'm not going to be here every week. I can't even say that.
You're going to let me handle take charge here for
Can you handle it? Starting next week, you're going to be in charge for a month.
I think so. I might have to bring that little red-haired girl back.
Oh, okay. You're gonna have your co-host.
Anti-aging Andy. Yeah, she might join me.
Yeah, I heard that you might be having some exciting interviews.
I'm hoping to. Yes.
Are those rumors? Are they true?
It's true. One of them is for sure true. I have to check with the other person.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have a doctor that has been, using H-pill and stuff for his patients for a long time now. And he's just busy during Tuesday at noon, so we might have to pre-record that so he can come on and share what he sees in his patients.
That's right. That's right. That's really cool. I really appreciate that you're gonna man the switchboard, or woman the switchboard.
Woman up.
Woman up, right. Yeah. But, it's fun. It's always fun. Tuesdays are always fun. We get on here. Pretty light conversation. Nothing really too crazy. We're not getting way into the science.
Right. Because you don't have to, really. You just have to know that some of the details of what it does, what the benefits are, and you can go call your neighbor and say, hey, this sounds pretty good. Let's try it.
Let's try it. That's right. And what the heck? If you're listening and you've never tried hydrogen water before, spend the $30 and buy some. Holy cow.
Right.
Spend the $30. Buy some. Try it. Maybe you'll be like my son. You go, I don't need to drink 3 cups of coffee anymore. Maybe you only need to drink 1. Have more energy.
Yeah, more energy and less recovery time for people who work out.
That's right. So, Andrea, I'm going to hand it over to you. It's at that time of the day. I'm going to let you close out the call.
Okay. Thank you, Doc, for being here. We appreciate it. Every Tuesday you're here and bringing us good information and research and a doctor's opinion on things. And we really appreciate that. So, we've been talking about this product all during this whole conversation. And we get that product from a corporation called Sizzle International. It's headed by a biochemist, which I like. And they produce all their own products. And you can get back with the person who invited you to this. If you saw it just randomly on social media, you can follow it back and see who put it out there. Get connected to the right people to go ahead and order your H2.
All right. Well, Andrea, I appreciate it. You have a great day and enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy that warm weather you guys got in Michigan.
Yeah, I heard you're 40 below.
It was cold yesterday. It was actually cold all weekend, and it's supposed to tomorrow it's supposed to get, or Thursday it's supposed to get like 27 below again, just with the regular air. That's not even the wind chill or nothing.
I could never live there.
No.
I hate cold.
But it's 68 degrees in my house. I keep it at 68 all the time. I love it.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, stay warm.
All right. Thanks, folks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.